Someone said leave her to work. Bookie is protecting herself. Leave her. Work, you should work. Boss on the internet, joking on share. Auntie Kemi.
Oreo pe freeze.
Oh, Ninka.
Oreo pe also bad. Oreo pe life begins at conception.
Eh?
I said life begins at conception. I bet you forgot my story.
Life will be any conception.
Wait a minute. Did you forget my story?
Eh?
Did you forget my story with Babs? I was pregnant at 22. He told me to get rid of it. And that if I had the baby, no one would believe me. Now remember, we were 22 and 30. Today, we're 57 and 65. And he's the vice president of a big, you know what, I don't want to say everything. He's the vice president of the sports thing. We both got famous. We both got famous later in life. My son will be 35 next month. And he heard on Instablog. And then he went to America to meet my son. They did the DNA test. And of course, the DNA test said he's the father, but he wouldn't release the DNA test to my son. And my son went there himself and then got the DNA test. I'm actually telling you this officially now for the first time. Life begins at conception. Go and live in Texas. You can't have an abortion in Texas.
Conception. Yes, life. A soul does not enter inside the child until 90 days.
Don't tell me that.
I'm telling you. You don't want to agree, but I'm telling you.
I'm against abortions.
Now, in your case, you did the honorable thing, which was carry the baby to term and raise a great man. Great. But you see, some people are not in the mental, physical, and financial space to do what you did.
Okay, hold on that. Hold that thought there. I raised a great man, but don't forget, my son is autistic. I raised a high-functioning autistic man today. But look what I went through in my 20s and 30s, raising an autistic boy, okay? Today, he's high-functioning in everything. His father went to America to meet him.
I never knew this. Wow, I never knew this.
And he's autistic. He's actually Asperger's syndrome now. That's what they call him. Yes, he works, he has jobs, he does a lot of things, but he did not talk until he was 14. Okay, so I did a lot of hard work there. Should his father have traveled abroad to meet with him without telling me anything? I haven't spoken to his father. Till today, I've not spoken to his father for 35 years. He went to meet my son. He went to meet my son because he saw everything on Instablog. He didn't even go through me, through my family. He went through his own daughters. His daughters reached out to my son, and then they told him. And the children, all of them now, they're like, oh, my sister, my brother, my brother. 3 children, and my son is his only son, and the first one. And you know they're from a royal family, right? They're from a royal family. So now they want my son to be calling himself Prince Annie. And he said he's not interested. So there's a lot of things unfolding, okay, with Sammy. Sammy knew he was going to America. Sammy had an affair. Sammy needs to know that he was married and he was having an affair with a woman in America. The woman and Sammy knew what they were doing. They were not using protection. She got pregnant. Okay, if you're not using protection, you will get pregnant. Freeze, I told my story. Okay, I met somebody, I dated them for 30 days, someone I barely knew. 30 days. Okay, and today we have a 35-year-old son. Next month, my son will be 35. And I still haven't spoken to the father because he refuses. And he refuses to give my son the DNA test. My son had to go there and get his own copy. This is just life. But for Sammy, I can tell him right now, okay, that this threat on the woman, I'm not citing any of them. It's called adultery, fornication, whatever. This threat on the woman that I have lawyers in the US and I have lawyers in Nigeria. If you have that baby, he was threatening her that if she has the baby, he's gonna do what? Deny it? Is that what he was gonna do? Deny the baby? No, you can't do that. In their own case, he is popular. He's in the middle of his life. He's popular. He's a public figure. We were not public figures. Okay, we were 22 and 30. Now we're both public figures. And we're still sitting here. Nobody's talking to anybody. Look at me. Me Oshamadena freeze. Okay, this is me. I'm old. I'm going to be 58. And I got a 65-year-old man in Lagos who has not come to me and say, oh yeah, we had a son. I went to America to meet him. You know? So I told my son to find out, okay, in 10 different chats on WhatsApp, what the paternity results said. And my son kept chatting him and all that. But he said he was not a social media person and he's not going to, he wanted to tell him something. He never told him. But my son went and got the test. And we know you're the father. I've known that from day one. The only person that stood by him throughout was his mother. And his mother's late now. She's dead. So Sammy needs to take the responsibility, pass all this. I have lawyers. I have this. Those threats are not going to work. You got a baby on the way, Sammy. Okay, you stepped away from the ministry. Fine. Okay? Your wife must now know that you're a baby daddy. Okay? You are a baby daddy forever. There's nothing you can do to stop that. Yeah. How do you think a minister and a gospel singer can become a baby daddy? It can happen to anybody. And it's because they're famous. Freeze, what if it was you or any of our famous pastors who go to America a lot for crusades and all that? The only reason
today, America, America, any America or London I want to go, taste buds, you will leave your work.
Freeze, the only reason.
Don't bother buy my own. Watch me on Zoom.
The only reason why Sammy told us this is because the woman was going to go public. Now she's gone public. What are we going to get now? African doll. The name is even worse than the real name. I think she should put her real name out. What's African doll? That name sounds promiscuous and it sounds slay queen like. African doll. Tell us your real name. Okay, you're having a baby for Sammy Okposo. Protect yourself. She's getting death threats. Freeze, I told you she's getting death threats, right? Freeze.
You heard that.
She's getting death threats from who, I don't know. But at the end of the day, Sammy's in a big mess. I think Sammy should leave the ministry permanently. What do you think?
Auntie Kemi.
You heard what Ibiomi said in his thing today. Ibiomi's crusade this morning. Femi Emmanuel was preaching at the ministers' conference at 10:30. Femi was praying for couples. Do you know what he said? If you were paying attention, Pastor Femi Emmanuel said, may our wives not marry, may our wives not marry somebody else's husband. He said it twice. Listen to me. May our wives not marry somebody else's husband. Amen. May our wives not marry somebody else's husband. Amen. May our husbands not marry somebody else's wife. The husband part was once, but the wife's one was two. So I felt like, is he shading mercy? You know?
No adura can stop when Igbon do like this. No, I'd go see Adura at all. No, there is what you call self-control. Knowing yes. Let me tell you something. I can pray and say, Father, Lord, please do not put me in a place of temptation. When I go to the place of temptation with my own leg, you think God is going to leave the trouble he's sorting out in the whole world and come and be helping me?
Okay. Take that part. Take that part from the Lord's Prayer. May take that part from the Lord's Prayer and lead us not into
temptation.
For deliver us from.
It's good to. It's the best thing to do in this world. Let's also you see what I'm trying to say is, nobody pray read Sammy. Sammy a prayer minister. Sammy they speak in tongues. In fact, they sing in tongues. What people need is not prayer. My husband will not leave. If you don't behave well, your husband will leave you. Satisfy your husband. And there is one African husband speaking. Your husband and your husband will waka.
Oh yeah, let me give you a joke. You are talking about speaking in tongues and praying in tongues. There's a lot of things tongues can do, you know.
Hold on. Ask you a question, Auntie Kemi. Sammy, oh Lord, release your love. And he finishes. Then he comes and he still that night after the whole prayer, everything, he still go meet Auntie Doll. This will not be prayer. Now self-control the inside. Let us
Whiskey and Davido. But let me ask you a question, Freeze. If Whiskey and Davido and Two-Face Whiskey, Davido, Two-Face, those three. If they open the church today, will you attend it? Will it be packed?
It might be packed.
And they're talking about family doctrine. See, Whiskey, Davido, Ati, Two-Face, Bashi, Church, Lady. So they preach family doctrine. Would it be packed with people? Yes. These are people that are not, well, at least Davido and Whiskey are not married, and they have 3 children each. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This marriage thing, okay, you married people. What is causing the temptation that make married men go out? Besides, when you're a married pastor and gospel singer and a public figure, then you have the audacity to be, you know, trolling the woman, say, oh yeah, my lawyers. Did he consult his lawyer before he announced? I feel bad for the wife. If I was the wife, I'll divorce him immediately.
No,
immediately.
They are a good couple. They are a good couple. He messed up, no means say. And if he prays to God, asks for forgiveness, I am sure his ministry can even be restored. There's nothing Sammy has done we men have not done before. It's not like it's a good thing, but it doesn't mean that a good marriage should be ruined because of somebody's indiscrepancy.
Hey, somebody wrote here, listen to the lead us not into African dolls in Texas and deliver us from bed impartations. Deliver us from bed impartations. But wait. How does that thing end? For thine in the kingdom, right? The power and the glory, powerful minister and gospel singer, right? And the lawyer. Remember what he said about my lawyers? The power, okay, forever and ever. That baby's forever and ever, amen. You know? You know? That, so, I mean, look at my son. Now, my son is a prince. He's in line to a throne. So I might be the mother of a king. Shomobe. I can't tell you where yet. Yeah.
And I'm proud I can't. Amazing job raising that.
I'm glad I kept my son. Yeah.
No be boy again.
Daddy Freeze, I always see people talking about my son, saying that my son doesn't like me, doesn't. You know, oh yeah, maybe I can say this to you now exclusively on your show. None of my children hates me, I beg you. So focus on your own lives. You see that post my son said? The one he said that my mother sleeps around to have children. He's never been able to understand that because it's autistic. Freeze, do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yes. Do
you understand? He's never been able to understand why. He doesn't know why the other two was not
a filter. They say things without filter.
Yeah. So a lot of people think he was calling me a slut. No. He doesn't understand why his 2 brothers were born from someone else and he's born from another person. So he says, my mom sleeps around to have children, but nobody got the whole thing. But that was in 2019 when he wrote that. And he was very pissed off because I didn't take his birthday call. I was in the middle of a photo shoot with Tony Lawani and he called me. So that was a 2019 post. They brought out the post in 2021 in the Sylvester thing. And I said, this has nothing to do with Sylvester. Nigerians are just daft. Please, my children laugh at you when they're watching all your nonsense. But at the end of the day, listen, good luck to Sammy. Good luck to everybody. We've discussed it. Freeze, you're doing a good job. Kemi Talks is taking a rest right now. So you continue to touch the issues. On Mercy, anybody that sends me well, nobody can reach me anyway, so no DMs. On Mercy, I just want to say real quick. The situation with Mercy is this. We've gone through that with you, with Rosie and Churchill, even Tony Lawani. Why is it that when the people are married and they're happy, Nigerians now come out and say, oh, she snatched somebody else's husband? Let them enjoy their lives, I beg, please, you know? So I was just not happy about, I wasn't happy about when they put Mercy's son in it. Did you see that part?
Yes. No.
Did you see that part? I didn't like that part when they put Joy in it. I did not like that part. I even called Larry. I was trying to get in touch with Larry and I didn't have to because he said to himself, that's my son. Nigerians, please, everything's not social media. Me, I'm only on social media 20% now. Twitter, Kemi Olunloyo. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Awesome, guys. Take good care of yourselves. Lord's Prayer needs to be adjusted. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into the temptation of African doll, and deliver us. Amen. Emitilo. All of you people that are sending me letter, Daddy Freeze, come and preach in London. Daddy Freeze, come and preach in the UK. Daddy, babe. Hello? Canada, no, forget the country. I just want to, you go get your clothes ready. Anywhere they go with me. You. African doll. African doll, call. Shigidi. African. In buying that seal. Ah. African doll. All those times you now be alone in your hotel room. Somebody just reach out. Oh, Daddy Freeze, I love the way you preach. Oh, anytime you preach. Oh, my body they total Rio. Can I come for some counseling? I've been broken. Okay, it's okay, my sister. Just come for the counseling. She compartment while I'm threatening Lord social media, Lord, my treat me. Please, it's not my portion. I have not been with another woman for so long that if another woman looks at my body, I'll be shaming. He's looking at my body. I don't get her for skill again. But, like I said, may God deliver us from African doll babies. All right, I have a live session right now with my brother from Big Brother. It's going to be awesome. Saga is going to be with us right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me end the session and come right back. This is going to be awesome. Hey, Saga of the Big Brother house, live with Daddy Freeze in one moment. Don't go anywhere.